As we start to expand into other areas, we're seeing that um, a CDO, and clearly a CDO such as yourself, is and can and does have an impact to the bottom line. And in fact, you've had, I understand from articles that I've read, that you and the team, the data analytics, in the office of a chief data officer, has had a significant impact to Banorte's bottom line, and you produced ample evidence of this, which is phenomenal. We can't wait to hear more about that and maybe get you to write some articles on that. But if other organizations that maybe have not hired their chief data officer yet, in your opinion, and in order to avoid wasting time, or worse, hiring the wrong person for the job, do you believe it's best that organizations take some time to outline their particular needs around data and what they're looking for, so that way they can go to market with some strong ideas of what they're looking for?
That's a fantastic question, Robert. In some sense, if it'd be ideal if they outlined their needs, but in some sense, there are a lot of things that you discover through the process and through experimentation, and what you are able to accomplish. I would think that what we've done at Banorte, it's because at the end of the day, in the past 5 years, data science projects have created more than $3 billion in net revenue for the company. And that helped us leapfrog international competitors such as Citibank and Santander. And now the ratio that we are yielding, it's about 240 times our cost from data science projects. So that's a number that I wouldn't have dreamed about when I started this venture. So in some sense, yeah, it's ideal to have a roadmap, but at the end of the day, the data discovery is going to show you where are the pockets of value, where you can create wealth, and it's something that it's also you learn by experimenting and by doing it in some sense. And what it's relevant is that you set up the right foundations so that a new chief data or analytics officer are focused on value creation, and so that it becomes relevant on how do you set is it a profit center or a cost center that you're creating? Right. Who do you report to? What kind of data science you're looking for? And when you're hiring, what are the attributes that you're finding, trying to find in the people in your team, or even the leader of that team?
I think that Gartner, who recently presented at the MIT Chief Data Officer Symposium, talked about the new level of CDOs are talking about for the CDO 4.0 and talking about value creation. After this, I'll put you in touch with Mario at Gartner, because I think he'd like to hear your story if you're not already connected to him, because I think that you exemplify this whole approach of moving towards value creation as long as you had the foundational steps correct. I mean, you can't jump to value creation without having the foundational data management, data analytics, data operations all set. And it seems like over the years, you've been able to manage that, set that, and then be able to leverage the value on top of that. In the kind of final few minutes, what we've been asking some of our leaders is that you're in Mexico City, one of the largest cities in the world. What do you see as local, regional challenges for the CDOs to address in your particular region?
I think the main challenge that you find, and that's common to Latin America and North America, and I think everywhere, it's that data science needs to demonstrate value. And once you do it, life is sweet. But otherwise, it's something that to have a sustainable analytics practice within a firm, it requires to demonstrate value. So the chief analytics, chief data officers need to see themselves as intrapreneurs. And I guess that'd be the bottom line that I would say, that they need to be focused on the ROI at the end of the day. It's not you're not leading a think tank. What
Right.
you're trying to do, it's trying to make the life of your customers better, and doing that, you are extending and deepening the business relationship with the customer, and that's all what it's about.
I think that it's very interesting to highlight the fact that you're hired for a job, and the job is to improve the life of your constituents, whether you're in the public office or whether you're in the private office. So in the private, you may have a kind of approach where your goal is to achieve the value creation for the end customer, the shareholders, and the employees. If you're in government, your value proposition, value creation may be to increase the service by gaining efficiency. So slightly different take, but one has to be aware of both on that. So Jose, it's amazing. Our time went by very, very quickly, and we'd like to thank you today for your time, and we really appreciate the success you've been able to garner at the Banorte Financial Group. And we hope that we can get a chance and come back and do this again in the future.
I would love to, Robert, and thank you for having me.
No, you're welcome. And for our listeners, please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. Thank you.